All right, Captain has joined me. Captain, good morning.
Good morning, Lily. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, as
Great.
always.
Yeah, great to see you.
Yes.
Especially on Wednesday.
You know, I love Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays,
anyway.
you have the opportunity to meet the ladies, isn't it?
Yes.
Today, I'm meeting the ladies.
Yes,
Great
it's
one.
an all-female ensemble.
And especially when we are celebrating. We're still in the pink month.
Exact, Pink October month,
October.
yeah. Anyway, yesterday, the ex-PPA boss trial
Yes.
was called in court.
Yeah.
How did the case travel? Was he in court? Was ABAJ in court?
So there's always, when the issue has to do with crime, if somebody is charged for any offense, you do not have a lot of options when it comes to making an appearance or the case is adjourned and you have to make an appearance. In fact, it is compulsory that you have to appear the day the case has been fixed for. If for any reason you are unable to come, then you should be able to justify your absence. If you do not do that, if there's no cogent reason or reasons for your absence, one thing is certain, a bench warrant will be on your head, especially when you are on bail. But if there's no reason, cogent reason, and you absent yourself. So, Ajenim Boateng yesterday, he was in court before Justice Marie Louise Simmons.
It's been a while I heard her name.
Yeah, yesterday we did mention, for the continuation of the trial. We told you that the trial began on Monday, where the office of the special prosecutor started to call their witnesses. And this witness is from Shraj, a senior legal officer from Shraj, Lambert Lugunia. He is one of the officers who took part in the investigations of some aspect of this very case. And one issue that he made clear was that they dealt with the issue of conflict of interest. And remember that Ajenim Boateng is facing 8 counts, including using office for profit and, of course, indirectly as using his the influence that he had with respect to that office, allegedly to induce contracts in his favor. There's mention of talent discovery, which we were told that it is his company, but under cross-examination, his lawyers are giving some very interesting analysis and very interesting revelations and all of that. But what is clear is that the first prosecution witness is facing cross-examination from lawyers of Ajenim Boateng, the former EPPA boss in that. And that's yesterday, the continuation was done. It was subjected to a lot of scrutiny and all of that. By the end, once they didn't finish, the case was adjourned. And guess when the case was adjourned to? Today. So today, Ajenim Boateng again will be before Justice Marie Louise Simmons for further cross-examination, where his lawyers will continue to grill the first prosecution witness. At the end, the court will then have to discharge the witness, and the prosecution will have to call their next witness. So that is what happened in relation to the Ajenim Boateng. The trial is on, and yesterday his lawyers subjected the first prosecution witness to rigorous cross-examination, and it will continue today.
Yes. Okay. Yesterday, you also mentioned that Nana Agradaa, Evangelist Mama Pat, was supposed to be in court, but it was adjourned.
Yes. I did mention that yesterday, Patricia Esiedua, but the husband was in court yesterday.
Okay.
Yes. And the reason
But she was not there.
She was not there because she's in lawful custody, but she has to appear in court as and when this leg of the case is being dealt with. And yesterday we did explain that the leg of the case that Nana Agradaa was to appear in court was in respect of, or is in respect of alleged sharing of some explicit pictures of a prophet. Yesterday, the court did not sit. A date was picked. So Nana Agradaa potentially is back in court on the 11th of November.
Okay.
So 11th of November. And the reason when they come to court, what the court will be looking at for is the outcome, or whether they're having some updates on the plea bargaining request that she has put before the office of the Attorney General, saying that, look, I want to admit the offense for a lesser punishment. So the court will be welcome, will be listening to them when they appear by way of update. Where have they gotten to by way of the conversation or negotiation that they have had? The courts, the parties can agree, but the court can reject it.
Okay.
But they have the upper hand. Once the parties agree and put something reasonable before the court, they'll look at the punishment associated with the offense and the journey so far, and then the court will have to make a determination. But yesterday, unfortunately, the case did not come on. Agradaa was also not present, but the husband was present in court yesterday.
Anyway, Safina Muhammad.
Yes,
her case is back, yeah.
Yes, the Ashale Butchie murder incident. Level 100 at the time when the incident happened, the gentleman came from Canada and then he met his untimely death. Yesterday, I did indicate that Safina Muhammad is supposed to select her jurors, the judges of facts, who will listen to all the testimony, all the evidence that will be put forth in this case. They are at the end, their decision, their verdict is what the court will accept. In fact, their decision is binding on the court. So if they say, Safina, you are guilty, the court has nothing to do, no power, except to look at what does the law say about somebody who is found guilty for murder and apply the punishment, simpliciter. If the jurors say that she is not guilty, the court does not have any mind to change it, except to say that you are acquitted and discharged, go your way. So that is what is expected to happen. Yesterday, unfortunately, we are told that the judge is indisposed. Justice Kizita Nakowakwashi was indisposed, and so that case has been adjourned to the 21st of November.
Let's look at some of the cases coming up in court. You mentioned that ABAJ is coming back
Yes,
today.
it's coming back today for further cross-examination of the prosecution witness, the first prosecution witness from Shraj. They conducted investigations in relation to conflict of interest and how issues of procurement took place within the case that is being handled by the OSP.
And then, last week, the case involving the national service scandal was supposed to be called.
Yes.
I think it was on Friday, but the persons of interest were not present in court, specifically the deputy director with cited reasons of medical excuse duty.
Yes, so you were right. On Friday, both cases, in fact, they are on separate charges sheets.
Yeah.
So Gifty or Warren Mensah, separate charge sheet, 5 counts. Osei MP, separate charge sheet, 14 counts. So we expected them last Friday, but we have given you the reasons why. And then Gifty or Warren Mensah, especially, is expected to appear today.
Okay.
Because the last time her lawyers produced an excuse duty to show that he's unwell, and then she has been given time off. So the 2-day is elapsed, and the expectation is that this morning, before Justice Audrey Koku-Vite, she would appear and respond to all the 5 counts, the charges that have been leveled against her, as to whether she's guilty or not guilty. So this morning, before the criminal court 4, Gifty Oware Mensah, the former Deputy Executive Director of National Service Authority, is in court in relation to the 9,000 or 6,000, 9,000 ghost names
yes,
that she's alleged to have put before, put on paper, secure loan in the name of National Service in the sum of 38 million Ghana cedis. So this morning, she'll be in court, and I will listen to what her responses will be in relation to the charges that have been leveled against her. And the last indication is that the last time, what happened the last time, Gary Nimakun is the lawyer that we do know or appeared for her
to represent her. Let's talk about the SkyTrain case.
Yes. Professor Christopher Miyakunfi, Solomon Asamoah. Yes. The two of them are in court today, and in fact, this very leg of the case will be at 8:15, that early. The court usually will sit at 9. The High Court usually will sit at 9. But the parties have agreed to come this early to be able to deal with the situation, because that same court, we have a lot of cases coming up. And so Solomon Asamoah, the former chief executive of Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, will be moving a motion seeking to halt proceedings at the High Court. And the reason they are asking for a stay of proceedings was to the effect that they are not happy with the ruling delivered by the court and they say that they are challenging that at the Court of Appeal. So they want the trial, the proceedings at the High Court stayed. Let's go to the highest court, the second highest court of the land, which is the Court of Appeal, put our case before them, the 3 justices, whatever decision they will take, then they will come back and inform the court. They will move that. And remember, the Attorney General has opposed to that particular request. So this morning, arguments will be made, submissions will be made, and then the court will then have the onus to make a determination as to whether to stay the proceedings or not. That we have heard so many times and countless times that the mere filing of a motion before the Court of Appeal or pending application before the court does not stay proceeding, except when there's an express order from the court above for the lower court or the court below to stay proceeding. So it will be interesting to see what will happen when the parties appear in court today. So that is one of the cases that we should keep an eye on by way of what is happening today.
And then OSP versus Charles Bisu. It feels as though the OSP has been in the news a lot lately.
A lot lately, yeah. Since last week, a lot of the cases that the OSP has filed at the court are coming up and all of that. And today, one of the cases that you have just mentioned, the OSP charging Charles Bisu, charging one Raphael Mensah, charging one Nadede Thego, all of them for some.
You know when you mentioned Nadede, you know, please, not our Nadede, just so you know.
This is Dr. Nadede Tego. Yes, not Nadede. No, Nadede Tego. From here, I'll go and beat it. So the 3 of them are in court today. And remember that last week, we told you about the fact that the OSP is saying that their first witness is an undercover investigator, so they want his testimony taken in camera or what the court cleared. They didn't want it to go public. The lawyers of the accused persons, they disagree with that. The court made a directive that, look, OSP, this is an oral submission. If you want to make that order, come formally. Let the defense or the other party also respond to it. Then the court will make a determination. So this morning, that case will also come out. But the OSP is expected to make that request formally for the accused persons to also respond to it. Then we'll see the decision that will be taken by the court. So in terms of what is coming today, busy court this morning. Very, very busy. So but the top on the list will be the National Service
Scandal.
Absolutely.
Okay. Captain, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lily.
For what's going to happen, what happened yesterday in court, and then what will happen today. So look forward to it at 11:30 a.m. On the news. Murtala will join us with latest updates from the court as well.